let's talk electricity. Big topic. Enugu State's Electricity Regulatory Commission has issued a new tariff, essentially a lower one than before. 209 to 160, I believe, is the kilowatt hours decision there to reduce its tariff. Effective August the 1st. It's for Band A only. Other bands will be frozen in place. It's been, of course, according to the chair, it's been enabled by the federal government subsidy. Let's have our Business Analyst Chika Mbonu to join us to give us his thoughts on this move here. Good morning, sir. Welcome to the show. Good to see you.
A new week.
It's a new week.
Yeah.
With lots of interesting things going on. What do you make of these developments?
Well, I mean, the story of electricity in Nigeria can be analyzed without looking at the Electricity Reform Act of 2005.
Yes.
That's when it started. That act was basically what led to the privatization of the sector.
Yes.
The generating companies, and the distribution companies. Whereas the transmission company was just left as it is a national asset. One key aspect then was also this centralization of the framework, at the federal levels.
Yeah.
Now, gravitate to 2023, when he had the Federal Electricity Act, of 2023.
Yeah.
Which again, among other major features, led to the decentralization of the electricity framework in Nigeria, to wit that states, individuals, and corporations can actually generate power, transmit power, and distribute power. So that was a major, change in the electricity framework in Nigeria, arising from that 2023 Act. And then the other thing that happened from that Act was that it gave states, the authority or power to be able to legislate on the power framework in their states. And I guess what has happened now is the Enugu state government. We know the Enugu state government is one of the in-states.
Very active.
Not one of these FAC allocation stakes that just collect FAC allocation and stay in Abuja and then sharing it on build roads that the one rain will just wash away.
Yeah.
Flyovers everywhere, or fake airports, but Enugu state government
is working.
Yeah. One of the states that So what you see is they have devolved, that law, that Federal Electricity Act of 2023 into their own local Electricity Act 2023, and that is what's happening now.
Yeah.
And then, so basically, what is seen is there's a more transparency in pricing, and then more locally responsible pricing model.
Yeah.
And that's what they're saying. It's like the restaurant in Lagos here and the restaurant in the east, in Enugu. With the 1,000 naira, you may not be able to eat some food here, but with the Enugu, you may eat some food.
Yeah.
So this is what the pricing model reflects what's happening in Enugu.
The state's dynamics.
The state dynamics.
Yes.
And the economic structure.
Yeah.
And the cost framework. And that's what happened. Because they said they've done their costing.
Yeah.
And then on a cost-effective basis, they came to 94 naira. Now, compared to the 209 naira, they said they came to a middle stream of 160 naira, and that's what is that. You've heard me several times in this program talk about the flukiness of this Band A thing for us, especially in Lagos here.
Yes.
So what Enugu has done now, I guess, should actually ginger other state governments, into doing some lists for their citizens to make sure that the power rates charges they're paying reflects the services being rendered by the power companies. Yeah. So this is very important. And I guess you can look at it and say, are there upsides, are there downsides?
Okay.
I sure do know that one thing that will happen is when you hang prices at very high rates, it leads to people trying to avoid to pay those prices.
Yes.
With the prices at the moderate rate of Band A at 160 now, I believe that the Enugu discos will even have the manpower, they call it manpower in Enugu, will even have more collectibility of their revenues. Yeah. But remember, Rotus, that everything rests again on the subsidy. The federal government subsidy on the power structure. And we hope that, if that is gone, as you have been hinting, they have been hinting, this may alter this proposed structure.
I wanted to quickly get your thoughts on some of the challenges still facing the electricity sector. We had a list anyway. There's the 4 trillion owed to Gencos, underinvestment in infrastructure, the overwhelmed grid. I mean, you've talked about all these. The 194 trillion subsidy, the liquidity for this goes on, the not enough meters.
I have, I think in the recent past, not maybe a month ago, and I said that I encourage our president, that the boldness which he dealt with the NMPC issue is the kind of thing he should bring to the power issue. And I also said that I listened to the Senate committee, I think chairman on power or whatever, and they were asking, how is it that some governments, from Goodluck era, they come into this thing with all the dynamism, enthusiasm of solar power, and when they come and see that 4 trillion, they just pull back. I'm saying that they can't keep postponing it. Power, the power or the absence of it is one of the things that holding back the growth of this our nation at every level. Most of these SMEs, which drive the economy, 99% of the economy is driven by them. The major limiting factor for them is power. And so the president has to just be brave and take the decisions, that will best interest of the nation outside politics to make sure these issues are resolved. Along the lines of things you have listed. That's 4 trillion debt overhang and so many other things. But it requires, going outside politics, being nationalistic and resolving this problem once and for all. The Goodluck government came in, they've done well, initiated privatization, but we know that usually, from the literature I read, when those things happen, the first privatization normally, you have the political side. People who have connections, and people normally buy the national assets. They don't have the skills, they don't have the network, they don't have the financing. They just think that you just let's go there and buy it. But after some time, they just find out that the business is not as sweet as they thought. And that's what has happened. Those initial owners, slowly some of the Gencos and Discos are moving out, and the issues, the overhangs to enable investment, the real investors come in, must be sorted out. And this includes the 4 trillion and other things you listed there. Okay,
one more question for you, Chika. I'd like to extract as much knowledge from you as possible. You talked about how it's established that Governor Omba of Enugu is a working governor. He's resolved the water crisis within how many days? He's now, he's done so many other things. The ability of if you think you've traveled all over Nigeria, the state's ability to attract investment, because one day Enugu will have to have its own grid. Other states, when you look around, the ability of the states to attract investment, do you have any confidence that over time, for power, that can happen?
Notice, I keep saying that, a branch is as good as the branch manager.
It's a great analogy.
A state is as good as a state governor. We have seen it all. We have seen it all. You will find some state governors that were in the private sector. Mba was very successful.
Mba is a private sector guy,
The guy in Abia State was private sector driven also. And those who have succeeded in private sector, usually come and have some landmarks there.
So
they come in there and you see them working and see their landmarks. And that's what you see. Then you see another grade of governors who, the first term, they managed to win the election. Second term election, they also that, and there's no accountability, nothing. They're just counting the days for the less than 23 months or 24 remaining for the term of the end. And there's no landmark, no legacy, no nothing. And that's what we'll see. So a lot of times we'll go and hold the federal government accountable. But a lot of things that we'll have in present Nigeria are actually domiciled in the states. And a lot of problems in Nigeria, you hear the president of Nigeria talk about the fact that a lot of part of the success is that a lot of states have gotten more revenues compared to before. But still, this program we have seen that how many states have established agricultural farms. You hear a lot of state governors carry charter jets and they're going to Russia, they're going to India, they're going to Dubai, they go for trade exhibition and whatever. And what do you see when they come back? nothing.
Right.
Nothing to report. It's just a jamboree, Yet some of them go and something happens,
Yeah.
And that's what happens in Nigeria. And so, again, it goes back to the thing, accountability. I keep saying that the day the election in Nigeria will be free and fair, then a lot of charlatans will not be will not be in power.
Well,
and governors will be more accountable.
Yeah, we'll see how things go. Well, Enugu State is part of, I guess, the decentralization effort. So thanks for your thoughts as always. Arise Business Analyst Chika Mbonu talking to us about the power sector. We appreciate it.